Oh yeah, no doubt. And once again, I appreciate you for having me again. I've been pretty good, man. I've been bonding with the guys and just getting acquainted with everybody here, which was fairly easy to me with the help of my teammates, with the help of Dart, and just getting around those guys and just learning about them over really over football and what they do outside of football. It's been great. I fit well. I fit in well here, and it's the happiest I've been in a long time.
Well, the new locale seems to be agreeing with you. We've been watching you now. We're past the midpoint of the season. You've had quite a year. How would you describe these first 2 months of the season?
Man, I'll say these past 2 months have been pretty great for us as a team. We had some we faced some adversity early in the season, but I like the way how we came out and we responded after those times of adversity. We came out there with a chip on our shoulders. We played with an edge, and most importantly, we played together. We had fun, man. So, like I said, I'm excited for this weekend. I'm excited for this team's success.
Well, certainly, Chris. Listen, I am not the first, nor will I be the last to ask you about the return to Fayetteville. We talked to you about a year and a couple of months ago while you were wearing an Arkansas jersey. Before we even get to the game, let's talk a little bit about your decision to head to Ole Miss because they had the top transfer portal class of the year of the season. And you were one of the reasons. What went into your decision to leave Arkansas to head to Oxford?
So it really, we sat down, man. I sat down with my parents, and like everyone knows, I'm high on my faith. I talked to God about everything, man, and it was just one of those times, leaving a place that I was there for so long and came accustomed with those guys that, I just had to sit down and I just asked God, just lead me in the correct direction. And once I got here and got around the guys, I could just feel the team atmosphere, but most importantly, I can feel the goals of those guys. I see what those guys work for. I see how hard they work when I was watching them practice, and just getting around guys like Dart. Jared Ivey, JJ Pegues, and other big factors on the team. I was just getting around those guys and see how they operate. And, I felt at home here. Coach Golden and Coach Kiffin did a great job, with, reassuring my parents that everything was okay. But most importantly, what I liked the most about it was that Coach Golden was really, he recruited me, but it was really, he more wanted to make sure I was okay as a person. Like I said earlier, he know that what situation I was coming from, and he just wanted to make sure that I was, in a great mental aspect and, as well as ready to play some football. So, man, I can't thank Coach Kevin and Coach Golden enough for giving me this opportunity and surrounding me by a great group of guys.
And Chris, certainly you have to worry about your team. That's the most important thing. But you'll be on the field with guys you know and are friends with and went to battle with for a number of years. Just your thoughts leading up to what will have to be an emotional Saturday morning in Fayetteville.
No doubt, man, no doubt. But I'm really excited to get back out there. I'm really excited to get out there with those guys, man, and go out there with a hard-fought battle. Just seeing those guys again, man. In between the lines and the gridiron, man, is football, man. We're here to take care of business. We're here to take care of the business aspect of things, man. But outside, like I always say, man, I created bonds there that are never broken, that I never forget. I still talk to some of those guys, so that bond will never fade. But man, I just thank God for the position that I'm in today, man. And I'm excited for Saturday.
Well, Chris, you mentioned something that really struck me a minute ago. You talked about your faith, and I know that emanates at an early age. And I remember talking about your dad once, a Navy veteran. Your mom's a nurse. You got a number of older sisters and one brother. Let's talk about your upbringing, what it was like being in that family, and especially your love for religion and faith and helping others.
Oh, no doubt, man. So I grew up in a household. I had 6 older sisters. For people that don't know, I had 6 older sisters, one younger brother. And one thing that my parents always harped on was to keep God first. No matter what we was doing in life, no matter how hard or how good things were going, we was always at church on Sundays. We always gave thanks to God, man. And that was just something that was really established on us when we was pretty young. And growing up, man, I just wanted to learn more. I wanted to learn, I wanted to learn how to walk in His faith, how to walk in His name. And so, my grandmother, God rest her soul, she passed this August, but she was really heavy on me as well. She used to take me, my brothers, and my nephews. Every Sunday she'll come get us, and we'll go get breakfast, and then we'll go to church. And she'll always have us with journals and things like that, just to write down some key things that we picked up from the sermon, and she would teach us about those things once we got home. So that's just something that I never forget. And I also, I had a little one this off season, man, and that's something that I want her to to recognize and see as she gets older. That the Lord puts us in various situations, whether good or bad, but they all teach us lessons at the end of the day, man. So that's why I'm always thankful and I'm always keeping my head held high.
Now, I realize at that age you don't do a lot of talking, but something tells me the first words were hotty toddy.
No doubt, no doubt. I told her, I told him, I said I'd be satisfied with her first words, hotty toddy, and the next one would be dada.
Well, listen, I mean, you're about to be 22 here in a couple of days, so you're certainly in a position, and you will be even in a better position as the years go on. But you mentioned your faith. What's it like to have a little one like that with all the other things going on in your life?
Man, it's amazing, man. Like I always tell everybody, man, that's a blessing. It's a blessing to come home, man, especially after long days, man. I walk in and I just see her smiling, just smiling, no matter good or bad. So I come in the house and she just got this big grin on her face. I don't see nothing but gums, man. That just brightens me up every time, man. It melts my heart every single time, man, because I got somebody who I'm working for. I got something that's bigger than me. I got a bigger why than myself out there that I'm playing for on Saturdays, man. And that takes a toll on me. And when things get tough, I take that into consideration. I think about her.
So I mean, you obviously have a lot going on. I have a feeling, and I think that that picture there we came from one of your family members, your dad, who we mentioned a minute ago. Tell us a little bit about your dad first, because I know we're getting close to Veterans Day, and we always enjoy hearing about veterans.
No doubt. So my dad he's a retired Navy vet, and my dad actually he coached me my whole life. So from the time that I was 4 years old all the way until I reached the collegiate level, my dad was my coach, whether he was my head coach or my linebacker coach. And one thing that I'm very thankful for my father, man, because it's a lot of guys out in the world that that wish they had that type father figure, but I was more importantly blessed to have him as my coach as well. So he really dove deep into me, really just pulled things out of me that I didn't see in myself, and really just drove me to be the greatest. He always taught me to never give up on anything. No matter how tough it is, you always finish through. As a man, you always finish through no matter the circumstances, and that's why you have to keep God first, man. So I'm very thankful for my father. I'm very thankful for both my parents and my family. They always been with me, no matter ups and downs. They always there to support me, no matter the weather, no matter what's going on. They always there, man. So I'm highly thankful for them.
I imagine there's quite a battle among all the family members to who takes care of that little girl.
No, man, it's crazy. It's real crazy. They'll hit my phone. No, I want it this weekend. I want to come see her this weekend. I want to get it. Hey, man, first come, first serve.
Well, you do have a couple other things going on. Let's wrap up talking about just the season. I mean, so much is at stake. Ole Miss still in the playoff hunt this weekend, and I know coaches don't like anybody to peek ahead, but there's a big road game. There's a road game this week and a home game next week, only against Georgia. So, just your final thoughts first about this weekend and just the rest of the season is what Ole Miss tries to accomplish and set out to reach all the goals that the season began with.
Honestly, man, I feel like it's fairly simple, man. We just take it one game at a time, go 1-0 each week. We just go out there and we showcase for the fans, but as well as our coaching staff and ourselves, of all the hard work that we put in, not just the week of preparation, but, during the spring, during those hard summer workouts, during fall camp, just diving deep into each other, man, and pulling things out of each other that's going to help us play to the best of our ability on Saturdays. And as long as we do that for the remainder of the season, we could be successful.